everywhere, GBS.
A very good evening and thank you for joining GBS News at 9. My name is Susan Nganga and our sign language interpreter tonight is Paul Mathenge. We begin this bulletin. We are in a ratio of defiance against a growing wave of resistance from county bosses. Kiambu Governor Kimani Wamatangi today appeared before the Senate County Public Accounts Committee, earning bipartisan praise from lawmakers who described his move as bold, accountable and respectful of constitutional oversight. His appearance comes at a time when several governors have vowed not to honor Senate summons, citing jurisdictional disputes over audit oversight, setting the stage for a standoff between county governments and the upper house, as Davis Karani now reports.
The senators led by Senate Public Accounts Committee Chairperson Honorable Moses Kajwang commended Governor Kimani Wamatangi for what they described as bold leadership and respect for constitutional oversight. Kajwang lauded Kiambu Governor for honoring the summons and what he termed as prudent financial management and visible development projects in Kiambu County.
Kiambu has not known peace for a long time. And Governor, you are with us in the Senate. I think the last time Governor Waititu appeared before us, there were very interesting entries relating to expenditure in South Sudan and State House. And then when Governor Nyoro took over, he was defending the actions of the former governors. And I think we are in a very good space where we can now interrogate the work you have done. We are not interrogating the work of Nyoro, of Waititu, or of Kabogo. We are interrogating your work. And I wish we were ready to proceed, because we would have been very happy to find out if on-source revenue has grown by 2 billion over a period of 3 years, who used to pocket that money? You know, we need to find out. Because I don't think that you have levied additional taxes. I don't think that you are taxing Kiambu people more. Maybe it's just discipline in collection. We would have been very happy to find out who was pocketing the 2 billion that was not going to the people of Kiambu.
Several senators echoed his sentiments, saying Wamatangi had set a good example for other county bosses who have vowed not to appear before the committee, arguing that they should only engage the National Assembly on audit matters.
The council has resolved that governors will not appear before the Senate Public Accounts Committee until these concerns are addressed through a structured engagement between the leadership of the Senate and the Council of Governors.
We have had a back and forth with some of your colleagues who have taken the position that they are not going to appear before this committee. We are not unreasonable people. I don't know why people portray us as some devils or demons. Governor, we are not unreasonable people. If a reasonable explanation is provided the way that you have provided, I don't think that anyone on this committee will say, oh, no, we must continue. There is a colleague of yours who came here from Nyandarua, and he told us that there was a meeting that he wanted to go to so that the committee considers releasing him early, and we acceded to that request.
Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua urged all governors to reconsider their stance and honor the Senate invitations, emphasizing that the Public Accounts Committee is composed of reasonable leaders focused on transparency and proper use of public resources.
It should go out clearly that when we received a formal request by the Council of Governors, we actually agreed that we will meet them and listen to what grievances they have. If you ask me, we would have even have chosen not to accept to meet them, because the Senate Public Accounts Committee does not audit the accounts of the Council of Governors. They don't appear before us as an entity. The people that appear before us are individual governors.
Governor Wamatangi, while responding to the audit queries, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to accountability, transparency, and prudent use of public funds. He maintained that appearing before the committee was part of his constitutional duty and a demonstration of respect for oversight institutions.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I hereby table the following documents before the committee: management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the County Executive of Kiambu for the year 2024-2025, management responses for the accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the receiver of revenue statements for the County Executive of Kiambu County for the year 2024-2025, and then management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the County Revenue Fund for the County Executive of Kiambu County for the financial year 2024-2025, Chairman.
The development now piles pressure to other governors who have maintained their boycott, as Senate insists that public accountability remains non-negotiable. Davis Karani for GBS News, Nairobi.
Now shifting the focus, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today led opposition leaders to Bomet County in a fiery political offensive against President William Ruto, accusing local leaders of betraying residents after allegedly being paid to keep quiet. Addressing charged crowds in Bomet, Gachagua claimed that the Rift Valley region had been abandoned despite its overwhelmingly support for President William Ruto, vowing that the opposition will reclaim this trust the people again in the same rally. DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa criticized the government's Social Health Authority, saying the SHA has failed to deliver affordable healthcare to ordinary Kenyans. Let's have a look.
Wamenunuliwa, hawaongei. Senata hawaongei. Wajumbe hawaongei. Sasa Rigiji atakuwa mtetezi ya Wakipsigis kwa sababu umedhulumiwa. Harambe. Haya, hapa ni wanta. Hapa Mulot. Kweli. Mulot ni wanta. Ate Mulot mnasemaje? Ate Mulot mnasemaje? Wangapi wanasema Mulot ni one time. Na sisi hatuna ubaya na mtu yeyote. Sisi tunataka wananchi wafanyiwe na watu wapate watu wale walitolewa mau wapewe pesa yao waanze maisha upya. Si ndio? Na mimi nataka kuhakikishia nyinyi tukiwa na Kalonzo Musyoka, tukiunda serikali within 6 months, wale wote wa Kipsigis walifukuzwa Mau Forest tutawapatia compensation waanze maisha yao. Sio ni sawa sawa? Na hii college ya ICT hapa nyinyi ndio wataalamu ya mambo ya mtandao. Ile mliahidiwa sisi tutakuja kufanya. Si ndio? Lakini kwa sababu tunaenda safari, tutapanga tukuje hapa tuongee na nyinyi maneno ya ndani. Mnanikaribisha? Mnanikaribisha? Na mimi nawapenda. Na mimi nataka nihakikishie nyinyi serikali tutaunda Wakalenjin watakuwa ndani yake. Hakuna mtu atatenga jamii ya Wakalenjin kwa sababu nyinyi wa Kenya kama watu wengine. Hapa SHA inafanya kazi. Inafanya kazi. Grade 10 watoto wako kwa nyumbani. Nyinyi Wakale mnaumia kama Wakenya wengine.
Kumbukeni miaka yote mimi na mzee Moi tunashikana. Si ndio kweli? Hata kuna jamaa moja hapa alikuwa anataka senator. Mnamuita Chemabich. Anaitwa nani? Unamkumbuka? Kwa hivyo basi tumewaletea salamu nyingi. Tunaona mnamvua kiasi. Lakini vile Rigiji amesema nyinyi ni Wakenya kama Wakenya wenzenu. Na kwa hivyo mkiona vile mwelekeo wa Kenya ulivyo, msiwachwe nyuma kwa sababu naambiwa nyinyi ni watu wa nyumbani. Hakuna mtu ambaye haumii Kenya hii. Watoto hawaendi grade 10 wote. Na mimi nikiwa waziri wa elimu nilimpatia kazi Professor the late Dr. David Koech, akaunda muundo mpya wa elimu ambao tuliita ticket. Na kulikuwa na utaalamu mkubwa kabisa. Hii ya Ruto alikimbiza mbio ikaleta shida kwa upande wa education.
Nataka niwaambie sera mbaya maisha mbaya. Tukiwa na sera nzuri, haijalishi wewe ni wa jamii gani, wewe ni wa dini gani, wewe ni ya chama gani. Wakati tumekuwa na Mwai Kibaki alisema tuwe na free primary education, masomo yakiwa ya bure. Uwe mtoto Mkalenjin, Mkisii, Mkikuyu, Muluya unasoma bure. Sisi na Uhuru Kenyatta tulikuwa na ile mambo inaitwa Linda Mama. Uwe hapa Mulot, uwe Bomet, uwe Kisii, uwe Kitale. Bibi yako akizaa, yeye anazaa bure, wewe uwe mwana bodaboda, uwe mwalimu, uwe polisi, ni serikali inasimamia. Mnakumbuka hiyo? Linda Mama ilikuwa inalinda wamama wote. Lakini wenzetu walipoingia wakabadilisha sera. Wakatoa Linda Mama, wakatoa ile Edu Afya. Watoto wenu walikuwa wakigonjeka shuleni tukiwa na Uhuru Kenyatta. Ilikuwa wewe mtoto anatibiwa, unaambiwa tu mzazi.
And now to the coastal region. A storm is brewing in Mvita constituency following allegations of medical negligence at Mombasa Coast General Hospital after a man who reportedly fell and developed a blood clot in his head was allegedly left unattended until he died. The tragic incident has sparked outrage among residents, with Area Member of Parliament Honorable Mohamed Machale sharply criticizing the state of healthcare services in Mombasa County. Machale has called on the county government to take immediate action, warning that Governor Abdul Samad Nasir's leadership over the condition of public hospitals.
Bila 200,000 hu mgonjwa ingine. Kambia I'm a stakeholder in this county government. I'm representing my people. Huyu ni mtu wangu, ni staff wangu. Lazima aingie Kandwala, tutakosana ikiwa mgonjwa ingine. Alivyo na kiburi, huyu muhindi. Alivyo na kiburi. The next morning ameenda kwa ward ama kwa ICU kusema huyu mgonjwa asiingie kwa theater mpaka amri yake. Ikabidi nitoe mfukoni 100. Ngoja. Nikaamua, nikamtuma, kampigia brother ampatie manager wa Ali marehemu 150,000 aende akalipe deposit. Akifika akilipa deposit kumuonesha daktari wa hapa kwamba huyu ashalipa suppose kuingia, anaambiwa paka Kandwala atoe amri. So leo mimi niko hapa. Governor, nisikize kwa makini. Sawa. Ni either sisi watu wa Mombasa usimame na sisi, ama humu ndio wako ndio kupitisha kura zako.
Alianguka, alikuwa na clot kwa kichwa, tukaekwa, tumejaribu. Mheshimiwa wetu amejaribu kuzungumza nao, hawakumsikiza paka akaja juu on Sunday jioni ndo akampatia ward. Walivyompatia ward still bado akawa na sisi, akajaribu vilivyo yuwazungumza paka mwisho ikabidi awajie juu. Monday ndo akatupeleka kwa scanning usubuhi kama saa 4, tukarudi kwa ward. Tulivyorudi kwa ward alivyoona hali ya mgonjwa hairidhishi, akaja juu tena tukaletwa ICU. Tulipoletwa ICU alivyoambiwa hii clot lazima itolewe, mheshimiwa akakubali pale pale. Hii clot ifanywe nini? Itolewe. Akanegotiate na sisi family, sisi tukakubali kuwa hiyo clot itolewe ili tupate uzima wa ndugu yetu. Lakini la ajabu ni kuwa hii hospitali wameweka pesa mbele kuliko ubinadamu. Kwa sababu ikiwa mheshimiwa ameinua simu amewaambia yuko ready kwa anything, wampeleke mgonjwa kwa surgery, wamekataa paka you have to pay cash ndo mgonjwa aende kwa surgery. Je, kwa maskini ambaye ni hoi hai hana mtu afanye nini?
Nashindwa mimi kitu gani, na mkuu mbunge ashasema bwana niko tayari kwa kila kitu, lakini management ya hospitali inatulakazania lazima alipe ndio apelekwe theater. Sasa sisi tunashangaa sijui ni kitu gani wanahitaji, wanataka pesa ama kuna kitu gani zaidi walikuwa wanahitaji. Hapo ndio mpaka leo tumemdileisha mpaka amefariki. Sasa hivi tumepoteza mtu na pesa tumelipa. Unaona sasa hii mambo hii tunashindwa, hatujui namna gani bwana. Sasa tutataka kujua ukweli uko vipi. Ni pesa zinafanya kazi ama kuna mtu pengine antia mdomo wake.
As different political alignments continue to emerge early ahead of the 2027 general election, Narok County Governor Patrick Ole Ntutu has come to defense of President William Ruto, saying he deserves to be given the opportunity to lead the nation for a second term, despite recent criticism from opposition leaders during political rallies. Speaking yesterday after attending a church service at St. Paul Marinwat Sub-Parish in Sogo Ward, Narok South constituency, Governor Ole Ntutu urged residents of Narok County to take advantage of business opportunity once the railway project and airport are completed. At the same time, Ntutu reminded parents and students to exercise caution when crossing Solen rivers following the ongoing heavy rains and to remain vigilant during the short mid-term break.
Tunajua ile kazi ameweka Kenya mzima, hata sisi pia tumehesabika kama wana Narok. Na hiyo maneno mengine kelele mnasikia huko, sijui Kakamega, sijui wapi, wacha tu watembee, lakini sisi tunajua rais wetu anaenda 2 term. Wale wanatafuta mambo ya senator, wanatafuta governor, wanatafuta MP, lakini rais hiyo imeenda.
Pia watoto wetu walimu wameweza kuajiriwa. Juzi kulipofanywa allocation ya walimu hapa hamkupata walimu. Na nataka kusema Malo sub county, tunapoenda hii recruitment nyingine ambayo tutafanya, lazima ya kwamba tutashughulikia ili msiachwe nyuma, ili watoto wetu wa Malo sub county pia waweze kuajiriwa. Kwa hivyo mimi najua kulikuwa na wamama ambao wamekuwa above 40 years ambao hawajapata nafasi. Na hiyo ni shughuli ambayo inashughulikiwa kule national.
Some leaders from the Jubilee Party have strongly condemned incidents involving the disruption of opposition meetings, accusing the police service of colluding with hired goons to interfere with the gatherings. Speaking during the launch of the Jubilee Party offices in Nyamira town, the leaders, led by the party's Secretary General Moitalel Olen Kenta, stated that their meetings are peaceful and urged the police service not to allow itself to be used for political purposes. They also criticized President William Ruto's administrations, alleging that it has failed to deliver on the promises made to Kenyans during the campaign period.
It was during the launch event of the Jubilee Party offices in Nyamira town that party leaders came out to condemn incidents of opposition meetings being disrupted. Led by Secretary General Moitalel Ole Kenta, the leaders pointed an accusing finger at the National Police Service.
Ni serikali gani tunaona polisi wakishikana na goons kwenda kuumiza watoto wetu kama vile walifanya Nairobi? Kama kweli polisi wa Kenya hawezi kufanya kazi, wanatumia goons, si afadhali basi waondoke serikali, tuanze serikali mpya ambayo inaangalia maslahi ya wananchi?
Mheshimiwa Senator Sifuna akiwa huko Kakamega akifanya mkutano wake ambao ni mkutano ulikuwa wa amani, kisha askari polisi wamekimbia hapo, wamerushia yeye tear gas. Sifuna atachokosa mtu, Sifuna ataiva kitu ya mtu. Ile dambi Sifuna amesema ni kuwa William Ruto anadanganya wa Kenya, hawezi kujiunga na yeye 2027 aende nyumbani.
The leaders called on the security agencies to uphold the rule of law in the discharge of their duties and to resist being used for political ends.
Kwa hivyo askari, tunawaomba nyinyi mkikuja kesho, kuja na gari yenu Land Cruiser, tangulia mbele, onyesha sisi njia na linda usalama yetu. Msije mkatubutu kuleta mambo ya tear gas.
This country does not belong to you alone. This is our country, and it is for the future of our children that we have a country that is ruled through law. It is not a failed republic. It's not a banana republic.
The leaders also used the occasion to drum up support for the party's presidential candidate, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, describing him as the solution where President Ruto's administration has allegedly fallen short.
Wakenya wameamua ni Matiang'i. Watoto wetu hapa. Matiang'i ana manifesto ya kuangalia maisha yenu. Hatuwezi kuwa watoto wetu wanakosa basari university na akishamaliza kwa njia ambayo hata mama ama baba ameuza shamba, unakuja unamkataza kazi, unapea kabila yako hata yule hajasoma. Matiang'i atamaliza hiyo, watoto wote wa Kenya wapate nafasi yao.
For now, the leaders have urged Kenyans to register as voters in order to enable them to elect leaders who will safeguard their interests. This is Jeff Oboki, GBS TV News.
With that, it is time for us to take a short break. Keep your feedback streaming into social media platforms at GBS TV Africa. The SMS line is always 21144. We'll be right back.
Hey yo, Mambo VP man, Mambo VP. Welcome to Echo Muziki. This is the best gospel show in East and Central Africa. My good name is Bensi, but you can call me the true ninja. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with the baddest, the illest, the freshest,
Mr. Chicky Chicky Chick, DJ Jalaz with a Z.
Yes, sire. This is where we bring you the top gospel song of the week. The top 10 best gospel jams in the week, of course. And of course, we bring you the best gospel news. And of course, the freshest interviews from the best guests. Catch us live each and every Saturday starting from
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So make sure you tell your friend, to tell our friend, to tell his friend that this is the best show.
Only on
GBS TV
Africa.
We are going to go straight to the topic of the day, which is AI in education. AI in education.
AI is called artificial intelligence. I think this is something that computer techs designed to make our life easier.
If you just write everything that's on ChatGPT, when you're going to your work or whatever you want to do, your interview, you're going to feel miserable.
We are going to use AI to show out your creativity, then that's not really you who did it, but like there's AI and there's you combined together.
AI should be just there to maybe enhance your points, but not just to generate for you the answers.
I think it's like 50-50 because sometimes it's like, yeah, you're just using it to like enhance like your creativity, and then other times it's like you're just stealing other people's ideas. You're not like really thinking.
Everywhere, GBS. Jubilee Party leader Dr. Fred Matiang'i has been endorsed as spokesman of the Abagusi community by the Council of Elders in a ceremony attended by fellow opposition leaders. Matiang'i was coronated earlier today at Erekenyo, Nyamira County. The endorsement was attended by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa. Let's take a look.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua congratulated the Kisii community for crowning Dr. Fred Matiang'i as their spokesman, urging them to respect and defend him. Gachagua said that Matiang'i is a hard-working man and well-respected man in the country.
Na mimi napongeza nyinyi leo kama jamii, mumetafuta kiongozi wa hekima, kiongozi ataheshimika Jamhuri ya Kenya, kiongozi ambaye ni mfanyakazi. Huyu Matiang'i mumetupatia. Kama hamutafutie heshima nyumbani, hakuna pahali ataenda. So ya mwisho nataka uliza, huyu kiongozi atakosewa heshima hapa tena? Hiyo vijana mtawakubalia?
Dr. Fred Matiang'i promised the Abagusi community that he is going to represent them well and he will not let them down. Matiang'i stated that he will work with the Council of Elders.
Kwa heshima ambayo mmenionyesha, hii vimbo ambayo mmenipea, na yale yote ambayo mmefanya leo, ninataka kuhakikishia mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, I will not let you down. Mimi sitafanya sitaenda kucheza huko nje. Nitakaa chini na hao wazee, nimewahakikishia mzee Matundra, wazee wetu wa Council of Elders, wakati wote nitashauriana na nyinyi.
Eugene Wamalwa said that Fred Matiang'i is a utility player and hardworking man and he will represent the people of Kisii well.
Hii timu tumekuja hapa ili you have this man. Mimi nimefanya naye na Uhuru Kenyatta, najua yeye ni mchapakazi. Najua tukienda kuwinda, tukienda ile game tunaenda ya 2027, Fred is a utility player. Ni mchezaji wa kutegemewa.
Zipora Gaturia for GBS.
A road construction company operating in the northern region has extended a hand of compassion to the community by donating iftar food packages to 200 vulnerable families as Muslims observe the holy month of Ramadan. The initiative aimed at easing the burden on households struggling with the rising cost of living, so families received essential food supplies to help them break their fast with dignity. Company officials say the gesture is part of their corporate social responsibility efforts, reaffirming their commitment not only to infrastructure development but also to uplifting the communities in which they operate.
Ramadhani ijao tuliyopita tumeletewa chakula kama hii na watu wengi maskini wamefaidika sana, na leo pia imeletwa. Kwa hivyo hapo tunasema tunashukuru ile kampuni yetu inaitwa Halanle nyenye wanasimamia hii barabara ya kuanzia hapa Maadade mpaka kufika Kutula Mandera.
This project, since it has started, there's some benefit we have got from it. First, there's a water tracking that we just going daily. Next, they provide us some employment for youth and also the community.
And also, many people, mothers are going there to maybe to sell this, and there is many laborers that has been employed in that camp.
This is a very important project for this community, and it's also a very important project for the country. As you know, we are in the month of a blessed month of the Ramadan. We have decided to give a helping hand to the communities living along this corridor. The community has been very supportive of our project in terms of security, in terms of workmanship, and therefore, being the month of Ramadan, then we say that we also give them some foodstuffs.
Sony Sugar Company has announced plans to resume its sugarcane crushing operations after completing a major machinery rehabilitation program. The exercise, which cost 800 million shillings, is aimed at resolving long-standing challenges and boosting production capacity. Company officials say the aging equipment, which had not been serviced prior to privatization, continue to cause frequent breakdowns and disrupt steady production, raising concerns about the factory's sustainability. The new management has also disclosed that it has acquired new motorcycles for field officers who have regularly visited contracted farmers supplying sugarcane.
Items have been worked on. It was a really intensive maintenance that was done. Of course, also the budget involved was substantial. So the mill's done, the process, all the crystallizers and the preheaters and the pans, centrifugals, all those items had been rehabilitated to avoid all those leakages and waste that we were encountering. So we presume that as from next week, we should be back up and running.
So there was frequent mini maintenance, which was not helping the farmers, because each and every time when it breaks down, even the transport of cane that has been harvested used to be going stale on the ground, and so farmers were going at losses. But right now that the Sony Sugar 2025 has come in place, and before they crashed for long, they went for thorough maintenance. Right now they have resumed, and according to the reports they are telling us is that they now come back with a capacity of crushing 3,000.
And now to the international news. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that Pretoria will withdraw troops from the UN peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, redirecting military resources to combat domestic gang violence and illegal mining. During South Africa's National Defense Force Day celebrations, Ramaphosa highlighted South Africa's strategic autonomy amid global tension. Military bands, motorcycle units and armored vehicles participated in the parades, with ceremonial cannon salvos marking the occasion. The day serves as a remembrance of the Native Labour Corps who perished in the SS Mendi sinking on the February 21, 1917 during the First World War, a key historical and moral landmark for South Africa.
The will be announced. On the arrival of the President of the Republic of South Africa,
subsequently, we assert our strategic autonomy and sovereignty as a nation, and we conduct all our operations under the strict civilian oversight and in absolute adherence to international humanitarian law. We must now reposition our South African National Defence Force to make it stronger so that it is well equipped. We want to improve efficiencies and ensure operational ambitions are matched by our resources. Now, having assessed our current priorities, I have decided to draw down our participation as a troop-contributing country in the United Nations Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, known as MINUSCO. This will be done in a phased and well-orchestrated manner to ensure the safe return of our troops and their equipment. As we withdraw from that theater, we pledge our continued support to our continent, our continental peace and security initiatives under the United Nations, Union, and under SADC. I have authorized the deployment of the SANDF elements to support the South African Police Service in a targeted...
And with that, you have come to the end of the news bulletin. It's always a pleasure having you on board. My name is Susan Nganga, and our sign language interpreter tonight has been Paul Mathenge. Have a good night.
Everywhere, GBS.